another interview brought to you by the Enterprise World. With us today, we have Susanne Ekström, founder and CEO of BeaSmarterLeader. BeaSmarterLeader is being featured as the cover story of the Enterprise World's edition, Most Successful Women Business Leaders to Watch Out. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Susanne. Hi, Susanne. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to you today.
So without further wait, let's get started. Susanne, please tell us about BeaSmarterLeader.
BeaSmarterLeader was born like 2 years ago. Before that, I was serving the Scandinavian market successfully with a lot of large clients, and I gained a lot of experience and learned a lot along that way. But then several of my clients asked me if I could go international. So now we are bringing out smarter leaders worldwide through this brand, BeaSmarterLeader.com.
So then my question is, we all have heard that saying, the leaders are born, they're not created, etc., etc. So what is your take on leadership coaching and how, leaders are differentiated from smart leaders or smarter leaders? What's your take on that?
Leaders are not born. Some have talents or traits that are more favorable as a leader, but most of our leaders are actually made. And that's through training, watching other people, leaders, mentors, role models, what they are doing or not doing. And this actually begins in the early years of every person as they learn along the way. So, and you can be a smarter leader, or you can be a good leader, but you need to practice. And everyone can do it, and it's the determination if you be a good one or not.
That is great. So that's true, right? Leaders are not born, they are made. So BeaSmarterLeader has helped countless leaders grow, become smarter, become efficient and effective leaders. So what do you think are the abilities or skills that makes a leader effective and efficient?
I see myself fortunate because I live in a country where we spent many years mastering this effective and efficient way of working. And over the last 100 years, we've been building this Swedish success story, the Swedish model, built on both efficiency or effectiveness. And I think that through those two principles, I have a lot to share with the rest of the world on how to be a smarter leader. And step one is for the leader himself or herself to be more efficient on their own as an individual, to use their time in the best possible way, working more on the business instead of in it, being stuck in it, putting out operational fires, etc. And when you freed up time for yourself to work on your most important task, as a CEO, for example, the next step is to take a step back to see the bigger picture of your company and start listening to your people and help them helping you build your company's better tomorrow. More productive company, more efficient company, and last but not least, a more profitable one.
Susanne, we have so many successful stories about startups coming from a small place, becoming great big giants in the industry, and of course the lockdown brought out the entrepreneurs in people. Right, we've seen a growth of startups like never before. So, what do you think is a few things that today's new entrepreneurs or leaders could use as a skill, or what could they do different that was not done earlier? Are there any advice that you would like to give to them?
I think that the business climate today is both easier in a way, because there is so many new potential ways of doing business, as you mentioned, but it's also harder in another way. There are so many people out there doing similar things that you are doing, but mostly it's so much noise that are distracting. All news, feeds, ideas, things popping up in social media, everywhere in your inbox. It can make it hard to stay on the track, and it's really easy to if you see another potential opportunity, you just hop on that one, and you don't have this continuously or the continuity to stay on the right track or the same track that will give you the bang for your buck. So if you jump between different types of opportunities, the possibility that you will fail. And what we do at Be a Smarter Leader is to helping you focus on how to manage, deal with and handle these distractions and the noise and the confusion, while benefiting from like a executive advisor like me, so that you know which steps to take in which order, for example.
Now, continuing on that same explosive growth of startups and leaders, where do you see Be a Smarter Leader? Since there has been a growth spurt in startups and businesses, where do you see the future and of this space, and where do you see Be a Smarter Leader in?
I see the brand or our company in that sense of it, that every leader needs an executive advisor. Even if you are the best top leader or a professional yourself, you will always need someone to help you and advise you on how to do things. For example, look at the thing in an objective way. Ask the CEO, for example, the difficult questions he or she needs to hear that nobody else have the or dares to ask, and help the CEO to look at the problem from another perspective, for example. And also, if you are seeing a cultural issue, you can get rid of that. Or on the other hand, if you have a structural issue, you can get rid of that side in trying to decide how to tackle an issue. So you can bring out the objective problem with not the internal politics, and also to help them realize how they can free up time to focus on their most important task, and also what are the most important tasks, how the behavior might affect their team, and what should be delegated, etc., etc. It's a lot of things that all mainly CEOs, but also in the C-suite and upper management needs to get someone's insight on and help.
Even leaders need advice, and that useful piece of advice is provided by Be a Smarter Leader, right?
I can say that I eat my own vegetables. I have a couple of several key mentors that help me in building my company. So to be a good advisor, you need to take advice as well. Yeah.
Great. Being a successful women entrepreneur yourself, you must have gone through a lot of, series of challenges, ups and downs, good times, bad times. What would be the advice that you would like to give out to the budding entrepreneurs watching you right now?
This time we live in, it's so inspiring, and there are so many opportunities, and I think there is so many different ways you can start a business today, with all new opportunities, new types of business models you can create, and also new types of jobs, like, for example, a virtual assistant that wasn't a job until like a couple of years ago. But if you want to start a business, or if you are a CEO or a C-suite manager, you have the opportunity to hire the right service and the right advice from a global, as we say in Swedish, smörgåsbord or smorgasbord. For example, get an advice from a Swedish experienced professional who can give you a different point of view and benefit from her country's success, knowledge, and experience. And it doesn't have to be this local guy that doesn't give you any new perspective on how to run your business, because you both think alike, because you have lived in that city or town all your life, and you know everything about that. But this global market, you can build partnerships, you can hire advisors, you can setting up supply chain systems that don't even require that you own the product or handle the product yourself. There are so many new things that you can utilize.
You're asking them to utilize what wasn't there earlier, which is technology and global access to services and, whole range of people, right?
Yes. And everything with social media, you can be the brand. You can be a thought leader, and you can do so many things in today's marketplace that's both really inspiring, but also a bit frightening.
So that was really inspiring and thoughtful too. With this, we mark the end of this interview. But before we go, let us thank you, Susanne, for being here with us and taking out your time to give out, insightful piece of information and telling us about Be a Smarter Leader.
Thank you for having me.
It was Susanne Ekström, founder and CEO of Be a Smarter Leader. Once again, to know more about Be a Smarter Leader, what it does, how it can turn you into a leader, you can check out the Enterprise World edition. Most successful women business leaders to watch out. And you can find the cover story right there. With this, we are at the end. Thank you for being with us today. And until we meet again.